NCAA basketball totals for Monday, January 30th. This is a segment where we take a look at college basketball. We try to beat the odds makers, either going over or under the total. We also have our NBA segment out there as well. That's a video today, recorded video, but we'll be back with our live segment tomorrow, Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern. So you want to go ahead and tune into that. It's been a lot of fun. Great feedback from you guys. I really appreciate it. NBA has been kind of touch and go. We're hitting about 53% on the year, so not really profitable. NCAA, though, has been fantastic. Right now, we are sitting overall. Let's take a look at our NCAA record. I'll have it listed on the Facebook page, but we are 123 and 99. So that's a nifty little profit, and we want to definitely continue that, as the season starts to wrap up here. We're really, coming down just the last 2 months. I mean, wow, the season just flew right by there. Right now we're in the middle of league play. We got some decent matchups today. Not a huge slate, so we just got 2 on the card today. Don't forget also sbrpicks.com. Sportsbook review, all the lines are there and the odds and the numbers, sign-up bonuses. You definitely want to check that out. YouTube channel, Facebook page. We got it all there for you. And the picks are free, so you got to like that. And we got some pretty decent handicappers on the website, so you definitely want to tune into them. And let's go ahead. Let's break some numbers down. All right, so the first one we got up here, we're heading to one of my favorite conferences, and that's the Mid-Atlantic. Rider and Canisius. These are 2 numbers plays for me. Now, we've seen a lot of high totals this year, and I've already talked about that ad infinitum. I mean, it's just been, crazy this year on the totals. But this one, both of these actually really get my radar up. So Rider and Canisius, odds makers came out 156.5. Now we know we got a shorter shot clock. I get that, but 156.5, this is a numbers play for me. I'm going over. Canisius has scored quite well this year, and they push them tempo. But this is what I'm talking about when we look at the number here. That 156.5, that's the highest total. I have stats back to 2004. We've never seen a total this high between Canisius and Rider. Yeah, the shot clock's been different. We can take that into account, but I mean the totals haven't even been close. The last look at their last 4 matchups: 143.5, 143.5, 121.5, 123. Then there was a 151. That was the highest one we've seen from these 2 teams since 2004, and the next one after that is 148. Then it goes back down to 135, and it's around there all the way back to 2004. Another 150, well, way back. But this 156.5, odds makers are really stretching it with this number. So again, this is a numbers play, but those have been working out pretty well. We haven't hit them all because sometimes guys just don't knock down their shots. But as far as numbers go, it's been a solid play in the NBA and NCAA. Of course, it hasn't hit every time, but it's been a pretty good little trend to keep an eye on. Let's look at some numbers here. We got Rider averaging 72.3 points per game. They're a little bit improved this year. Canisius, they're a lot better at home, and they can really push some tempo. Right now, they're averaging 60.7 attempts per game. That ranks in the top 50 of all college basketball. So that's a good number. They're also averaging 81.3 points per game. That ranks 27th. They could shoot. They're shooting 46.6% from the floor. Rider, not so much. They're shooting just 42.6% from the floor. But, they are averaging 72.3 points per game. So that's pretty good. That ranks right in the middle of NCAA hoops. And what I really like is the fact that they're averaging more attempts per game than Canisius. They're averaging 62.7 attempts per, going a little fast. 62.1 attempts per game. That ranks 32nd in the country. That's a really solid number, and that's what we want to see. On the other side of the ball, they both allow that sort of tempo. And you got a Canisius team that's been great in sharing the ball. They rank 4th in the country in assists. So look for these guys to go ahead, get up and down, and score a lot of points and get over that 156.5. I think that's going to be a really entertaining game. All right, there's one game right there. And the next one up, another one where it's really a number play. We got, I got to make a little change here. It's kind of like our live segment here where I just got to make some adjustments just because I don't want to re-record this after, since we're kind of rolling a little bit. William and Mary and Drexel. This number is bananas. 160, and it doesn't even match up with the statistics. 161.5. This is a strict numbers play here because this is really not match up, not even with their statistics. First, let's look at their head-to-head record real quick. Check this out. So, of course, again, this 161.5 is well over any total we've ever seen between these 2 teams. And I got stats all the way back to 2004. They had a 150 back in 2004. So the 12 years after that, we've never seen a total even remotely close to this high. The highest one they've had since then, since 2004, was a 140.5 they had back in 2014. So why? Why is that the case? Because these guys are getting up and down. However, when we look at their statistics here, as they do get up and down the floor, it doesn't match up with 161.5. It doesn't. More like a 155, I would say. Drexel is averaging 75.2 points per game. William and Mary, 77 points per game. Simple math tells you right there. That's 152. So why is it set so high? Well, Drexel allows 80 points per game. That's one reason. The other one is William and Mary allows 78.3. But even there, that 161, we still don't get there. So it's a combination of those things that we have to take into consideration. But neither of these teams shoot the ball particularly well. William and Mary, not bad. I mean, 46.4% from the floor, but that still ranks outside the top 50. Drexel's terrible, 43.4%. Tempo-wise, they do get up and down, but William and Mary's at home. They're getting up, just 57.8 attempts per game. They do allow some tempo, so maybe that's where odds makers are ultimately getting this number. For me, this is a strict numbers play where I think this line should have been set about 156, maybe around there. I understand the shot clock is quick. I mentioned that already. Neither of these teams play a lot of defense, so look for a track meet. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with the odds makers on this one. I'm going back over that total. That's what we got. We got 2 over the total here, and I'm more of an unders handicapper if you watch my videos, but I like for these guys to just get up and down tonight. So we're going to go ahead and back over on our 2 plays today. We got Ryder and Canisius over the 156.5, and we got Drexel and William and Mary over the 161.5. 2 numbers plays for us, as I think the odds makers are really kind of a little bit off on this one. Let's see how things progress as these, this is league play now where teams seem to ratchet things up on defense just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and see how these 2 play out, and then we'll update our record again. But it's been a good season in NCAA. I anticipate for us to have a good February as well. So let's continue to go ahead and grind away and tune into that NBA Live segment. And I wish you guys luck on your picks today.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.